My name is Martin Mwenda from Kenya. In 2019, started feeling so the head was burning up and serious migraine headaches. I was working in Kenya in Eldoret by that time in a meditation, but working was a problem, so I had to leave my friend and the job, go to the house, strip, enter the bedroom, down on my knees. I put my head in the water, in the basin. I dip my hand there so that the migraines would at least stop. No tablet would cure that migraine headache. On the process of the May, the left eye, the right eye, it had a squint and seeing double images. On that process, working was a problem. I could not work. I visited a certain hospital in Eldoret, Moi Referral Hospital. The optician advised me to do a CT scan to see if there's any cancer or to know the problem. I did the CT scan. It was clear. The optician told me, "You've no cancer. Just you can be visiting me every now and then." He was giving me tablets. After checking my eyes, telling me, seeing nothing, I went to visit him a couple of times. But now I started bleeding. I was bleeding once in a while, but most of the times, almost every day, I had to stay in the bedroom, in the basin, for a long time. When the water becomes lukewarm, I put some water in the basin, then I dip my head in the basin for some minutes. It becomes lukewarm, I pour the water, then I put fresh water, then I dip my head in the basin to cool the pain. In June, it started paining seriously, the headache, the migraines, and the eye, and started losing focus because of the double images. Now, what I had to do was visit Nairobi and go for a treatment somewhere, check what could be the problem. In July 5th, 2019, I got my report from Aga Khan Hospital. I was diagnosed with the cancer, stage 4. It started in the nasopharyngeal carcinoma. Then the tumor became so big that this eye was closed up. The lenses were damaged. It started the glass too. Then the tumor went inside the hand and pressed the brain upwards. That was the main cause for the migraine headaches, and it metastasized to the liver. So the doctor advised me to take a series of chemotherapies with radiotherapy, but I did not. I talked with my aunt. She said would rather go to India for treatment in hospital called Manipal Hospitals in Bangalore. Before I flew to India, I was losing the sense of smell. I could not smell anything. I was vomiting, blood, and sneezing, very heavy blood from the brain. I had to carry tissue papers so that I can manage to block the blood from the brain. When I did, when we went to India, I met my doctor, Amit. He told me, "Marin, your case is serious. A case of stage 4. But we can try the highest dose of chemotherapy and we'll check if the liver will be okay. I did the first 3 chemotherapies. The first chemotherapy was in September 24, 2019. That was the first dose of chemotherapy. When I did it, sores inside the mouth, they started burning. My ears were burning, but the nose was burning. The chemotherapy, the high-dose chemotherapy was too severe. Eating was a problem. So I had to persevere and take the chemotherapies. The first 3 doses of chemotherapy, cancer cleared from my head, it cleared from the eye, the nose, and the glass. But the liver, still they could see lesions after I did PET scan. So my doctor advised me, you have to take another high-dose chemotherapy for 2 to 3 months, 2 months. So I took another dose. Now when I go with the placard, the doctor looks at it, he spits, then I reply with my pen. Because I could not speak, I had locked jaws. I could not open my mouth. The pain was severe. Yawning, if I yawn, I could scream seriously. And when I speak, I vomit. I vomit something that I can't tell what it was. I guess it was my glands that were cracked by the radio. That was the worst moment in May. Worst moments of 2020. It was extremely painful. Very, very painful. They talked with our government in Kenya. They said some patients are here and some students in it. We came to Kenya in May, but when we were in the plane coming, I experienced serious torture. I was in the middle of a lady and another guy on my right. Now when the kitchen guys, the chefs, they came serving food. When smelling it, it was seriously lovely. I had not eaten for days. When it came to me, I almost cried, but my body was dry. Tears could not come out. What I took was a small cake, a small one, and Coke Zero, Coca-Cola, Coke Zero, a small one. Eating it, I'll take around 20 minutes, nibbling, because I could not eat. Then I went home. Home eating was a problem. Sleeping was a problem because I was coughing. When coughing, I'm coughing blood, pus, something resembling pieces of meat. I checked my liver, the kidneys, the brain, they were spotless. And there is no recurrence of the disease. So I want to tell the sick outside there that cancer, you just use your mindset. Change your mindset. If you don't think negative, you must survive in a negative situation. I was in hospital for 9 months and I survived. When they started afraid here, so most of the time, I could not think about the pain. I was thinking about going back to my country and preaching to people that cancer is a killer disease. I had a very strong faith that I gonna go home. I will not die. I will go home to pastor to these people. these poor people who think cancer stage 4 is a death sentence. So even now, I always motivate my friends and tell them that cancer is just flu. Cancer is a might kill, is a disease that if you stay positive, you will win. If you become negative during cancer treatment, you have to die. I had a friend. He was at the hospital with me. He had a prostate stage 4. The doctor told him, and I think 9 months, after 9 months, you will not be alive. This guy accepted what the doctor told him. In the cases of cancer, you don't accept what the doctor tells you. The doctor tells, after 5 days, 1 week, you will be dead. You don't accept that. You claim blessings from your faith, from your Lord, and you don't accept the negative. If you accept whatever you have accepted, it will be done the way it was said. This guy accepted, and after 9 months, exactly 9 months, he was not alive. He died. But most patients, they take their minds home. Oh, what about my property? Oh, Jesus, what about my babies? What about my wife? What about this? What about that? If you concentrate on your property, on your family, on your enemies, actually you will not make even this 2 chemotherapies. You cannot complete. You will be getting very funny reports. When I came from the hospital, I had a metallic taste. Metallic taste, those who don't understand, metallic taste, I was feeling as if I'm chewing a rusted metal in my mouth. Nothing that I can put in my mouth that I could feel the taste. I would not feel the taste. So, the locked jaws. When I had the locked jaws, yawning was a problem. Putting anything in my mouth was a problem. I could not. That was, I think, reactions of the therapy. But when I came home, that was in May 2020, eating was a big problem. I was vomiting seriously. I had so many sores, wounds inside, internally, up to here. What I was vomiting some pus, blood, something resembling glass, because they were actually crushed during the treatment. That's now the time that I was taking a pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup, sometimes chicken soup. But a piece of chicken, I could take it for 30 to 1 hour. Nibbling little by little, but no bowel movement. In between 2020 May and December, I was going up the mountains in my village to pray there and talk to my Lord to heal the wounds that were in my mouth so that I can eat. I prayed for appetite. These days I have a very strange appetite. I eat a lot. I overeat actually, because I was granted whatever I asked. And I became positive. There is my friend who was using steroids so that the sauce in his mouth, so that can be able to eat and heal the sauce. I did not use a steroid for my healing. Out of 100 people, I think only 1 or 2 can accept to be left in the hospital, take chemotherapy or radiotherapy alone. But I told my brother, just go. My father said, this is a vacant. Your cousin or someone should be here. so that I can be looking after you. I told my father, my Lord is looking after me. My father left me and I went home. During the radiotherapy, I was alone, but I was always positive. In the Bible tells us, don't rely on the mortals. Don't rely on the ugly people. Just believe in me. That is the Lord speaking. And I lived. I did whatever He said. Whatever He said in His word. And I told the Lord, I will not die. I will live to pastor your word. And He heard me. If the Lord were not my help, I would long have been silent in the grave of cancer. When I said my foot was sleeping, your mercies, my Jesus, held me up. When chaos increased within me, your comfort, Lord, gave me joy. That is Psalms 94, 17 to 18. When you're depressed, when anxiety is almost killing you, you open the Word. If you read the Word, that Word is healing you. The Lord told us, and the Word was made flesh. If it was made flesh, it was made flesh so that it can heal us. If you open the Word in faith, you read the Word, that Word will heal you. I compiled very many verses from the Bible, healing verses. And these verses, I was meditating on them.